Hi traders, this is Focus Trader and welcome to another video about our BOS strategy, and this video will be dedicated to 4 filter we use and it's called room for profit. This rule is very important for planning your profits because a lot of traders focus mainly on their entries, but I think that planning your profits, risk-reward ratios and managing your position is as important as entries. So without any further ado, let's get into it and let's see what we have here. Okay, we are currently on New Zealand US dollar and we are currently on 1 minute time frame. And today provided us with a lot of beautiful opportunities to explain our approach, to explain this 4th rule and to show you how to filter out some possible losing trades. Okay, so let's look into the situation and what we see. We see strong sellers, we see strong buyers here after the secondary liquidity grab, and we see the imbalance, the strength of buyers in this candle. So here we have our signal, and this is of course signal that you wouldn't take. Why? Because this signal is on high. What we are looking for when we are planning our trade is something like this: strong sellers, strong buyers, fast pullback and continuation to the upside, or this internal liquidity grab and then continuation to the upside. So what happened here? In this case, this is not part of the pullback. This candle is closing by height of its consolidation, which could be a good thing because this consolidation will work also as a support for this trade. But since we are on the beginning of the day from London Open, we are looking more bearish. So we don't expect that much more long positions could be placed because there is not enough strength of buyers. You don't see such a strong buyers movements according to this. What I mean by that, I will hide this right side of the chart and you will see something like this. So what you see is the buyers here before the London Open, or maybe when the London was open at the end of Asia, and we don't see any strong buyers here in this place. So these are the first buyers in control that we have, and they are big like so. So you could very easily expect that they won't do anything more than something like this or something like this. So this is not a significant buyer's move and we are closing at this high. So there is high probability that the market will reverse and continue with the bearish movement. So let me delete these boxes and let me show you the decision process to continue. Here we have another internal liquidity grab. This is something that we spoke about in previous videos about these filters, and there is liquidity. There are still imbalances here left, and actually let me turn on our fair value gap indicator, and I will also increase the visibility of this fair value gap, and you truly see, and I will hide BOS Trader for now, and you truly see there are imbalances here. And this first one was barely touched, but then the market grabbed both these FVGs, closed them, filled their imbalances. We have internal liquidity grab, and then we see this beautiful candlestick pattern. This is a morning star. I'm not that much in candlestick patterns, but this one is really good because it indicates that there was some slowing candle and then there was strong bullish movement directly from the area where we expected market to make some heavy reaction on this liquidity grab and closing in this imbalance. So this is something that I will trade discretionary, but for the needs of this video, oh, we see also signal. Perfect. Okay, so I thought that this was not marked as a signal, but this was, so perfect. And we could really enter this position if our 4th filter is okay, the room for profit. So what do we mean by room for profit? We go to fixed volume range, or as we have shown you in previous video with the zones, you could draw either this some sort of fixed volume range, and you will see that there is area of resistance here which was tested here. So now what we should be looking for is this strong volume node, this strong volume area, and this will be something that will limit our profits. So I will place long position there like so, and as you can see that we can plan our profit somewhere here, but still this whole area is very dangerous. So what I will be going for is just this liquidity area here. I will be expecting the market to close this gap. There is also fair value gap here, as you can see, like so. This is a fair value gap, which was partially closed, but not entirely. So I will be afraid that these sells in this volume area will push price lower. So I will just go and aim for this first liquidity for partial and then move my stop loss to break even. This is how I would do it. This is not a recommendation for you. This is just one option how you can trade these positions. You could also aim to this liquidity on this high or this double liquidities. It depends if you believe that the market will reverse, but since we have very important macro events yesterday, I don't think that the trend that we've set for markets will change. Okay, so this is our room for profit. This is our room for profit. And now, before we continue with the video, I would like to invite you to our website focustrader.com, where you'll find more information about our indicators and also some other useful things like trading journal or information about our pricing. If you like our indicators, you could go to indicator section and ask for your trial access there. And also, if you are currently on YouTube, I would like to invite you to our private Discord. You will see the link in the description of the video. And also like, comment, and share the video with other people. It will really helps us and push the notification bell for you to never miss out any new videos that we post. Let's see how it ends. Yeah, they grabbed this liquidity, they touched this value area almost to tick, and then the market continued to the downside. So this is how useful this room for profit is. And if you don't have fixed volume profile, I was showing it also in the videos. So let me delete this and look for candle bodies and where there are most of them. And you will see there are very small bodies, small candle bodies here. So you will expect the volume to be here. And this is a false breakout. So you will expect the resistance to be here. So probably you would not place your profit as perfectly as you would if you will target this liquidity on high. Okay, so and we have opportunity to get 1.67 risk reward ratio in a downtrend, in bearish market, and this is totally okay for me since I'm usually trading lower risk reward ratios and then I trail the rest of positions to as an investment sort of. So I'm taking my profits as soon as possible, and I usually am rather if I have been paid for commissions, so this surely will pay my commissions and still guarantee me some profit. So this is totally okay with me. And let's continue and let's have a look what we have here. Here, if I again hit this right side of chart, you see that there is some sort of imbalance, but the candles are not bigger, and you see that this is consolidation by low of the market. You will be also able to draw the area of volume like so. So what it means, there is a lot of liquidity here and here. So here the liquidity here was grabbed, and since this is fair value gap, we could expect market to react to close and continue to grab this liquidity down, which happened later. So this is not something that I will trade because it's contra our first rule, and it's liquidity grab. The liquidity needs to be grabbed but not generated by the consolidation by low of the market, right? Here, if you take the situation, there was some other liquidity here, it was grabbed here, and then market reacted and there is no consolidation by low, so this position is not endangered, and here was created some liquidity there, and this is liquidity and it's internal liquidity, and it is grabbed here and the market continued. So this is something that is okay with me when there is a consolidation higher, but I don't want to see it by its low. Okay, so this is totally not a trading scenario, not valid trade entry. And let me continue, and you would see something like this. Again, this is double bottom, and there are 3 consolidating candles here, so there is a lot of liquidity there, even though there is imbalance. This is not something I want to see. As I've shown you, what we want to see is strong movement. You could have some sort of consolidation, but then strong sellers action to grab the final liquidity, strong buyers reaction, pullback and continuation, or the internal liquidity grab and continuation. So this is something that is valid. We don't want to see the market to go grab some liquidity, consolidate some more in this area. Still there are consolidation candles by low, and then create some activity. This is not something that I would like because there is a lot of liquidity there. Okay, so let's continue, and we see another opportunity here. So there is a strong sellers action, which somehow grabbed this liquidity, and then there is strong buyers here. We see a bit of consolidation there. It's not by its low, so this is not something that is too dangerous, but what I don't like, and again, this candle is closing by its high. Again, what we want to see and what is valid for us is if market does something like this, the liquidity grab. You can go to consolidation, grab internal liquidity, and when you are entering here, you have still this space to generate profit. Here, where's your space to generate profit? You are closing at high, and there's no information, there's no nothing basically where you could set your profit according to. Okay, so if I make something like this and I will create profile of this area, you could see that there's some minor volume area here, and there's another one here, and let's see what happened. Market reversed exactly by this volume. Okay, and then we have continuation to the downside. So this entry is totally not valid because it's too long after the AOI was generated. It's also a filter that we'll be speaking about in later videos, but this is your room for profit, and this is your size of stop loss, or this one. Okay, so it's not even 1-to-1 risk reward ratio, so no trade could be placed there. So that's it for today opportunities on New Zealand, and let me try another pair like USDCAD. Okay, we are currently on USDCAD on 1 minute time frame using our BOS trader tool, and we'll be looking for the entries that we have here. This sell is not valid because we are closing by its low, and if we are aiming for this liquidity grab, it's not even 1-to-1 risk reward ratio. And there it is, the liquidity grab happens, and there is a reaction for this value area. So let me show you, and let's mark this consolidation, and you see there is also internal liquidity grab and continuation to the upside. So if we have opportunity to trade longs, you could do it here. And let me try to set it. So I will go to settings, and I will make very sensitive pivot highs and lows. So this will generate much more liquidity. This will also be liquidity. So wait for a while until it calculates. And you see the area of interest was generated here, so no signal was generated there, but still you could be looking for longs from this internal liquidity grabs, according to we are currently in the bullish uptrend. Okay, so I will go back to my default, which is 13. It depends also on market current liquidity. This setting is also something that you need to backtest for yourself. And let's see, we have another signal here, and this could have been probably a good trade. Even though we are closing by low, we are closing below the consolidation, and our room for profit is somewhere here. So let's measure it. You see perfect reaction for POC, the point of control, the highest volume in this consolidation. And if we place our sell order there, and we'll make it very small scalp for about 3 pips. So you could probably get 4.4, which is 1.47. This is very fast scalp. This is not a trade I will be interested in because it's very small. But if you are scalper and you are used to this small trade sizes, it's totally okay. But again, this is not a financial advice. This is just for educational purposes. And we have double top here. Double tops may be causing a liquidity above these highs. So this is something that you should avoid basically. But when you see this strong sellers activity, and when you see the room, this is very small, very minor consolidation, but let's mark it also. And we have another one here, and the third one here. And let's go through the rules. Is there a liquidity grab? There should be, because it is marked here, the area of interest is marked, so it means that liquidity was grabbed sometimes earlier. Is there market dynamics? Is there imbalance? In this candle there is imbalance, but it's also a single candle, so this is not something that I would enter. I would see imbalance here in this candle. So there we have not drawn our zones, and we got under signal here, which is basically closing finally this small gap. There is a volume there, and this signal is on the reaction on this volume. So if I draw volume area like so, you see that it perfectly tested it, and we have room for profit to here for first partial out. And let me draw that. And again, it will be very small trade, so I probably wouldn't enter. It's 3.5 pips, and the opportunity is to get a 1.43. And when we get our 1.43 to this consolidation here, we place our stop loss on break even and continue to second partial, which will be somewhere here, and the third partial will be probably here. Okay, and we'll end up in break even here, and we won't get the third partial here because it reversed before this consolidation. We would expect that they will at least close this gap. I don't know if you see it. Let me delete all this, and you see that there is fair value gap in this area. You see this green area. Okay, and that's it. That's it for USDCAD. So we went through 2 different markets, and I think that you could get some value from this video. If you like this video, if you like this BOS strategy, you could subscribe, and see you next time.